Hello there, Mech4 here, and we're going to be playing a quick game of Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse. This time we're going to be playing as Necrons, my own color scheme, my Eternal Warriors, against the Orcs and the Bad Moon tribe, on the Fallen City map. The usual rules which I have playing apply: rich resources, rich resource rates, army cap at 200 plus 200, automatic reinforce, fortress defenses, which means that all buildings have ×2 health, Legio Titanicus, the usual win condition, annihilate. Titans for the AI and game enders for the AI are restricted. So I'm playing on normal difficulty, so let's go. I just felt like doing a quick battle in Ultimate Apocalypse. I do so enjoy the spectacle of this game. We'll just for the level to finish loading here. Hopefully. Yep. And then we can get on the way. I think the Necrons are my favourite faction in Warhammer 40,000. I do have a Necron army. A small one. I think it's about 1,000 points. At least it was back in 3rd edition Necron Codex. But yes, I always liked the mindless, soulless automatons which wanted to wipe out all life in the galaxy. So that did change with the later editions. Slightly. I can still have my faction as I wanted, as they were originally. This mod is mostly based on the older style of Necrons. It does have some of the newer units depicted. Like the... oh, I can't even remember the names of them. Like the Lich Guard or something they're called. And also those sniper units, what are they called? Death Marks or something? But yes. It's also got a number of the Titan units for the Necrons, which are just... they are so overpowered. Here we go. Right. First things, we're going to be needing builders. Because we need to get building quickly as the Necrons. And capturing points. I don't tend to build the attack scarabs. I find they're not that useful. I mean, they're useful in smaller games for tying down enemy units, but in the size of the battles and the chaos which I get in these ones, they end up losing their effectiveness quite quickly. Build a whole bunch of these. Power generation is not too much of a problem with the settings which I have, but you want to be able to complement your power generation anyway. Finished yet? Right. I want you to capture that. Actually, no, go capture that. Because we need the points more than anything else. I want you to get that relic down there. We'll want to hold the bridges as much as possible. That will curb the orc incursion into our territories. So holding this spot here will be important. And holding here. I may end up getting forced back to my base though. So I will build some turrets back here. The good thing is the Necrons is that since all their units fly, or since their units can all teleport through the usage of recall to one of their buildings. Oh, we've got some grots there. Build that. You build that. And I want you to build another Necron monolith there. You build some more turrets. Upgrade those. Pardon me. And after we build the Lord, we will start producing warriors. They're just Gretchens. They're so pathetic. Build some turrets. Upgrade that, upgrade that. Get our Lord down there. Upgrade him a bit, gets these upgrades. Actual tactics with this, in terms of what resources, what upgrades you get for your characters, doesn't mean much with all the resources I'm getting. It's more getting them as quickly as possible. I'll be able to blast them with a Wailing Terror when this is finished. Go. There we go. And just chase them off. You teleport down there. I want you to destroy that building. I don't want to have that sitting around. Right. Good, 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 good. Warriors, get there. We're gonna have to push forward to that. That's a big one? That's a big one. We'll get these bigger plasma generators online. Move you up there. We'll sit you behind the wall there. And then after they've finished building that, we will upgrade our monolith. You can capture that relic. The Lord can go up here. And things are going alright so far. I'm still worried because when the enemies start attacking, they keep attacking. And you get very little respite. Come on, what are you doing? I told you to build that. Build those from the other side. Oh, you're going up there, so I'll send you there. You go there. You just build some more turrets from on the other side. Oh. Teleport them up, blast them, move our warriors up, protect our builder scarabs. We can't really afford to have any downtime when it comes to building. Because as the Necrons, every second count. I know I'm not playing as efficiently as all that, but you done? No, you're not. Oh, right. What are we running at? 50% time bonus. That's pretty good. Build a summoning core here to push our production, our build zone out a bit. Build some flayed ones. We can drop them in on the orcs as we need them. Come on, Monolith. Finish upgrading. I want to upgrade my turrets. How far is that? Oh, to there. Build that. Oh, they've got invisible gets there. Commandos. Goodbye. Upgrade you again, get the phylactery, get the Reaping Blades, Gorse Flare, and Gaze of Flame. Upgrade Entropy Staff, Nightmare Shroud, and Resurrection Orb. Good. Hey there! I'm your doom! Zap! Oh, all those grots just keel over. Boom! Okay, get out of there. We need some of these heavy Gorse turrets. I'll be wanting to replace these also with... there we go, we can upgrade our turrets now. Push forward. Stop them from shooting. Good. Okay, we've got a level 10 heroes now. That's very, very good. Get some immortals. We've got the flayed ones. We'll just drop them in. Even if they don't do too much right now, they'll be more effective later on. I mean, we can get them to regenerate. Oh no, our lord's dead. Quick. When he gets ready, when he gets built, when he gets ready, we will summon him again. Build some more turrets. Come on. Tell you to unlife that. You. Capture that point. You're sitting around. Build that thermo... what's it called? Thermoplasma generator. This is an ability which is added by the mod called Reassemble, which instantly causes one of the Necron warrior bodies nearby to get back up and start fighting for the squad which you use the ability on. It's like a very focused resurrection orb. Pull back. You finished upgrading? You have. Good. Right, what do I need now? What do I need? I need that greater summoning core. Yes. I want the Cryptek. Did my Necron Lord come back just to get destroyed again? Okay, and good. Capture that point. Try and take that point for them. This is the Cryptek. He has a number of abilities which passively... what's he got? He's got a number of abilities which work to boost the effectiveness of your units around him. Does it? He's got Gorse Lightning Arc, Seek and Destroy, which extends his sight range. Hunters from Hyperspace, which is a portal, which allows you to transport your units around the map. Lightning Storm, Solar Pulse, which is like the Lord, it stops enemy units from being able to fire ranged weapons. Phase Shifter, which makes him invincible for a bit, and Summon Homeworld Portal, which allows me to summon monoliths and so on, I think. It's like a factory which pops up, but with low health, so it's easy for the enemy to destroy. Put some more portals. Awaken the monolith. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. Upgrade this, and upgrade that. Right, we've got the greater monolith. Upgrade to an engaged monolith. Build some more of these amplifiers. Right, good, we took that point from them. Can we build around it? No. I will build some more turrets along here. And I will get improved Death March. You've finished getting that, you've finished building that. I want you to build some turrets to defend this. I do not want orcs destroying it. That's nice and symmetrical. More or less. Don't sweat the small detail. The Toon Spider uses the old model. I actually have this as a model in my Necron army. I do like the old model of the Necron's Tomb Spider than the newer one. I don't know, I think it's like the blockiness of it or something. Do they have any sitting around down here? Yes, these. I do like the old look of them. Whoop. Right, we want an ancient summoning core. And we've got tomb walls. Build an energy beacon. These have localized effects as well as later on map-wide effects. We'll get those upgrades. Get rid of that one for the death marks. And upgrade it on there. Upgrade our turrets again. Upgrade that to an engaged monolith. It's always good to have a backup. And I will build some walls here. Just to block off this territory. What's that? Okay, for some reason my Toon Spider decided to go up there. Whatever. Wall build there. You want to block off this area. And I will just upgrade all of these. There we go. Move the warriors up. Move one of the immortals up. Get the heavily fortified defenses research. We can upgrade these with a particle blast. Actually, stop getting that. You can get that from behind, and we'll upgrade these to the heavy particle blast, or whatever it's called. Particle blast. Get these upgrades. You can get those upgrades. You can get the Shadow Shifter upgrade. You can get the Unlife 2 upgrade. Actually, I can move that onto that something. What could I? I have multiple. Good. Spread be upgrading out amongst upgrade buildings. Another greater summoning core. Build an energy core. Build the last 4 scarabs which we can get. And I want some sentry pylons. As our power generation. Up that. Now we can see here it's got 4 upgrades. The energy beacon, chronometron beacon, which allows the beacon to cast chronometron, which makes all of our units faster. And I don't know if it slows enemy units down. Resurrection beacon. If Rise of the Machines have been researched, the effects will be global. This allows the beacon to cast mass resurrection around it. Beacon of the Void Dragon, which Void Possession, which means all enemy vehicles nearby the pylon, the energy beacon, come under my control. And Beacon of the Deceiver. Allows the beacon to cast mass resurrection. Wait. Okay, is that wrong? Beacon of the Deceiver I would have thought meant that it would create a fake unit. We'll build these sterilization pillars. Sterilization obelisks. These... what do they do? They increase my relic resource regeneration and expand the production of Titan-like units, meanwhile strengthening the Great Pyramid, which is this, which we haven't got yet. They also, I believe, deal damage to any enemy units nearby. We've got the energy core, we'll upgrade the production grid research, we'll build the Great Pyramid. Where should we put this? We'll build this here, I suppose. This is our powerful unit. Our powerful building. It's got our end game researchers in it. All of our turrets now, all of our walls now have turrets on them. That means they can shoot at the enemy while we can sit safely behind our wall. We'll build a sterilization obelisk here. I feel the last patch might have fiddled with the orcs slightly. They seem a lot more focused on building grots than they were previously. Upgrade power regeneration. Build a sterilization beacon there. We can build a heavy thermoplasma generator, which is a big power generator. But if it gets destroyed, it goes kaboom, and we'll probably take out our base. But more power! More power is always good. Get that. Enhanced disruption field. There's a lot of units which I haven't actually got. We've got Death Touch Pariahs, Death Marks, Heavy Destroyers and Destroyers. There's the Lich Guard. Death Strike Pariahs. I miss the Pariahs as a unit. They don't exist in the tabletop anymore. We've got Death Marks, which are snipers, basically. Yeah, I missed the Pariahs. And the backstory for the Pariahs too. That was really cool. The Pariahs being humans who had had their genes modified millennia ago to produce the psychic blanks, which means that it's a human which doesn't have any psychic presence, which in the world of Warhammer 40,000 is extremely odd and makes them very troublesome for psychers to be around, as well as other things like demons, which rely on psychic energies to sort of exist. Because the warp is made from psychic energy. So you have blanks and they're just like, you don't even really exist, but there you are and you're creeping me out. You're making me feel weird just by being near me. I'll build some prize. The Death Marks actually have a really cool ability. The Hunters from Hyperspace. Which, on the tabletop, I believe was a ability which allowed them to warp in onto the map, onto the battlefield at any time. Whereas in this, well, if I use it, you'll see. Ooh. Whoop! It essentially makes them extremely fast for a brief amount of time, allowing them to get from one spot to another with no difficulty. Likewise, they also have a Shadow Shifter ability, which is essentially like the Veil, in that it makes the unit invincible, but they can't move and they can't shoot. Good if they're under heavy fire and you don't want to lose them. Right. Upgrade that. Oh, what do we get on this? Particle Whip or Particle Accelerator? Very long range, because that's Particle Accelerator is very long range, so we'll get that. Get the Forbidden Archive. We have 2 pylons, which we can drop in on the enemy whenever we want. Drop one there. And drop one... I don't know. There. We move forward. Can we teleport our units to these pylons? No, we can't. They're not buildings, they're vehicles. Destroy that. There's actually a few different pylon buildings for the Necrons. There's the Sentry pylons, and then there's the Gorse pylons, which are bigger pylons with a more powerful attack. The Necrons don't have much in the way of... Well, they've got much. They have more unit variety than they used to. So... But the pylons are sort of just... It's a turret, and then it's a bigger turret. And pretty much all of their Titan units are monoliths. The weakest is... Oh, there's one of our monoliths. The weakest monolith is the Siege monolith, I think, or is it this Mobile Obelisk? The Siege monolith here, actually, I believe, uses the model for the monolith which shows up in Warhammer Winter Assault. Which is, it's a slightly off, it's an off-model monolith. It's more squat than they're supposed to be. At least that's how I remember the monoliths in Winter Assault being. They didn't look right. I'll get one so that we can see. Yes, this is a monolith, of course. The big unit for the Necrons. Or on the tabletop, it's like the vehicle. A mobile base with turrets around it, which, at least in the version I played, automatically shot at anything nearby. And it had this big crystal on top, which had a particle whip, which is just a big template. Went oof. And it had has a portal in the front, which allowed it to summon units to it or deploy them from the portal. So you could have units in reserve and then call them into the battle. It's very cool. I don't actually own a monolith. As my tabletop army. Oh, we've got our Great Pyramid. See the top opening up there as I get the research. So cool. I think Necrons are one of my favorite factions in this mod. I mean, they're probably my favorite faction in Warhammer 40,000. But in this mod, I do particularly like how the Necrons have been done. Especially just the feeling of having an indestructible force which is completely unstoppable. The Necrons are scary in this. If you're going up against them, if they get to a point, you can't win. Which sounds cheap, but it's kind of, it takes them so long to get up to that. If you let them get to that point, it's kind of your own fault. So you need to be fighting against the Necrons, otherwise they will just demolish you. You'd think like, but this is where Titans come in, and Titans can, you know, flatten the Necrons. Yeah, but at the same time, where the Necrons have things like, hold on, where can I put this? Oh, it's out of range? What's the range of it? I didn't think there was a max range. Oh well, you can go there. And you can drop there. When you have things like the Doomsday Monolith, or even the Aeonic Orb, there's not much you can do against that, and even Titans are going to be quickly disposed of. Come on, Monolith, get in there. Oh, it's got the production grid upgrade, so I can deploy it. Actually set up this aura, which regenerates the health of my units much faster. Stops it from attacking, or stops it from moving. I think it lowers its attack, but allows it to produce units very quickly. So essentially now I've got a mobile base. More so than it was before. Oh look, I've got 3 units of destroyers now. Oh look, I've got 3 units of heavy destroyers now. In your base, blowing up your stuff. Force weapon overload. Turn off the production grid. And the orcs are dead. They didn't put up too much of a fight. Let's have a look. Look at all that green explosions. So cool. Yeah, Necrons. Ah, they look so cool. Oh no, one of them's dead. One of them's in 2 parts. Oh, the orcs, they didn't stand a chance. And kaboom! Anyway, I thank you very much for joining me on that battle. We'll end that battle there. And I will see you next time for more Dawn of War Ultimate Apocalypse shenanigans. So, see you then.